everyone, John Henry here, slingshotfutures.com, and welcome to the Market Mindset, where we take a look at the market psychology behind the moves today so you can better understand it tomorrow. And today we're taking a look at the SP 500. Now, the SP 500 overall, if we look over the past, little bit of price action, we can see for the most part it was range bound, had a breakdown with a little continuation. Now, the continuation in the grand scheme of things really just looked like they were trying to grind back down to that 2415 area, and that area is kind of the key level that we kind of struggled with for the most, kind of the bigger part of the day. Knowing that we're objectively targeting 2415s or so, the fact that we bounced ahead of it by a little bit and then turned into a double bottom and popped a little bit higher tells us that there's a good chance that we're probably going to cycle back down towards those lows again. It's just a matter of when, right? We need to see the sellers show up with an area that makes sense. The market pulls up into an area of resistance off of the 60-minute chart, 22 and up to 23.5, and starts cycling back down. Immediate respect off of that level. But it's really tough to want to be the first one to join the party. There will be some sellers that are selling in as soon as that hits, right? They're just jumping on in and looking to the downside, and a lot of them are going to be using slightly wider stops. That needs to be done when you're getting a little more aggressive like that. But when the market tries to come back up, hits that same level, goes one tick above the highs, and immediately goes bear engulfing to the downside that was right at the open as well, that gives a big clue that we're getting some massive selling pressure to the downside. And likely, if we don't get a correction shortly thereafter that continues, right, something like this, continuation and a correction, if we get a correction and then it fails right back down again, there's a good chance that we get back down to that 2415 area and maybe even a little bit lower. So the first selling opportunity of the day fires off at the highs, knowing that not only do we have sellers that are waiting for that major objective at 2415, but we also have now trapped in the buyers. Big, beautiful bull candle right there, buying right into the market open, which is highly ill-advised, and it turns right back around and shoves the stops right down their throat. And the next place that a lot of stops are going to be right below those lows, and that's what we're gunning for along with that 2415. So beautiful selling opportunity to push the market back down. Now, once we did achieve that 2415 area, this low point becomes a big area of interest. What is the market going to do here? We broke down, we held it once as support. They tried breaking down again and it failed, but look at that failure candle. You see how weak that candle is? The buyers just aren't showing conviction yet. Sure, they're showing that they're probably buying into the lows of the range, and eventually we're probably going to correct back up, maybe even to a new high. Looks like that's what they're trying to do right now. But they're not showing up with enough conviction like we had back here. A good rally up, good rally up. They're not showing up like that. You would see some strong bull bars with follow-through, like we had here, etc. This is not a strong bull bar. That is the buyers trying to get out of a position, seemingly trying to get out at break even, right? They bought up here, now they're feeling trapped. They're trying to buy the lows, hoping that they can get out at break even, and they missed it again, turning back down. And the fact that they missed their break even point and started turning back down again shows that we're probably going to have some panicked buyers that are going to turn into sellers really quick if it doesn't start kind of kicking off to the upside. And it starts turning right back around the other way, and that offered up another beautiful opportunity for a down spike to kind of wrap up the morning session. So overall, really interesting, playing off of the fears and the stuck traders, right? They know they're in the wrong side, they have proof they're in the wrong side, now they're just hoping to get out. And, well, hope usually doesn't work too well as a trading strategy, and if you were on the other end of them paying attention to what they're likely to do, that market psychology allowed that drop lower into major objectives. So that's going to do it for today. Hopefully you learned something, hopefully you found it interesting, maybe a little bit useful and entertaining, and we'll see you next time.